the challenge that I have with a lot of the sales methodologies that I think is lacking in yours and I appreciate is that most sales methodologies still assume the buyer is incompetent or they don't understand things. And right now in the world of AI, the buyer is, even if they didn't know before you sent an email or the first conversation, by the time this like you're on the phone with them, if they picked up the call, they have some idea of the problem they're talking about. They've used whatever LLM of choice, they've Googled it. Like there's just so much information. And so many of these sales methodologies assume so much education about the problem versus understanding what the problem is and where that like trigger point is from an emotional response perspective that in the buyer. And I like that and it serves itself well in outbound that you don't have that perception anywhere embedded into the methodology, that this is truly like about finding the right point in wherever you're selling to that's most necessary to like really engage that fight or flight kind of perspective or that emotional like response, and then reinforce it with like logic and an offer to help them fix it.
Really don't think that I don't believe that you can educate a buyer on a problem that they are not already aware of. I think you can
Yeah.
educate them on the root cause of it, and I think that you can educate them on a perspective maybe that you have about it. You don't think that like every revenue leader that I talk with knows that they need more pipeline? Come on.
Yeah.
That's like the Captain Obvious moment for them, right? It's like, tell me why this is happening. Tell me why the way that we're fixing it right now is not going to stick, or it might take longer than I want it to. And to your point about treating buyers like they're stupid, I mean, like, dude, I just would not want a process that speaks down to the people that I'm selling to. They're in the business doing the thing that I am not on a daily basis. And that's true for whatever you sell. Like they are in that business. Like they are so much more nuanced and understanding of their business than you could ever be as a salesperson. And you have this very narrow window of expertise that you can bring in because you talk to probably dozens or hundreds of their peers and they don't. So I think that like wanting to help and that's more servant approach I really like while maintaining a position of like I'm a peer.
I have one more question for you.